beautiful. Alright. So hello everyone. I think I've done enough test recordings that I've queued everything up. I think I just finished uploading episode 14. I know I'm late on this one by about a week or so, but well, there's no but, so big up. So that's up. After I watch this, I'll probably just get around to 15 and this one, and then we'll end on this and see how everything goes. See what to do from there. Alright, so without any further ado, let's just start on this. I'm pretty excited, and I want to see the shock. I'm really doing this so that way I can already watch all of the other reaction videos, but okay. Because you know it's coming. It came last episode. Alright. The founder. Just because that's what had to be done, isn't it? So compared to the manga, how is this done? Heaven and earth. Mundane, yes. Crazy face Yelena. They call it all divine. Last time it was what? Divine retribution, now it's divine punishment. Simple. Oof. Sim. Yikes. So how is she gonna get to that part? This next scene is gonna be great. Super tension scene that's coming up.
ガビ、そのライフルをエレンに向けて。ガビ。エレン、ポケットから手を出した。
従わなければどうなる？
引き金を引く。あなたの脳みそが床に散らばる。見たことない？巨人になる暇なんてない。
そうだ。まだ撃たないのか。今引き金を引かないなら何しにここに来た。手をポケットに入れたままだと
どうなるか君は知ることはできない。床に散らばった後じゃ。
いや、わかる。あんたは撃たない。始祖の巨人を殺すことは許可されてる。命令は必ず始祖を奪還する。この後に及んでもあんたは一旦巨人になってから俺を生かしたまま食わなくちゃいけない。だ。
ガビ、引き金から指を外して。
重大な軍機違反のツケを払うのはあんただけじゃなくて収容区の家族も一緒だ。
はい、撃てません。あなたを食べることも本当無理あると思うし、どうも。フィック様、私が侵入してきた時に巨人の足跡が見つかっちゃったんでしょ。手を打たれるのに懐に潜り込んでやろうと思ってここまで来れたのが良かったの。でも撃てなかった理由は他にもある。あなたが始祖の力を使えたらマーレを倒せるんじゃないかと思って。賞賛もなしに全世界を敵に回したわけじゃないんでしょう。でも賞賛、始祖の力以外に何か。ガビ、もうライフルを下ろして。
だとしたら何が望んでる？
マーレと同じ裏切り者なの。ガビ、私たちはマーレ人、エルディア人、なんだと。私たちはメイオマーレ人。違う、私たちはユミルの民。いずれみんな殺されるの。善良なエルディア人であること。
The soundtrack is amazing.
力で人権を勝ち取る。
そして二人は死後も救世主として人類を照らす太陽となる。どうされたそのような尊いお考えがあった。感動いたしました。それはよかった。嬉しいです。あなたにも分かっていただけて。
逃げれな！マーレを裏切った。新しくなってきたぞ。
私はあなたたちの仲間になれたってことでいいの？
あんたが他の侵入者を差し出せば、それまではマーレのガキと手数がつる。下手に巨人化すればその子は粉々だ。
安心して、この子もすぐに分かってくれるから。よろしくねー。人の力を引き出すことがつながっていると。あら、顎ひげは剃っちゃったの。とっても似合ってたのに。
How are they gonna do this?
そこ。 ーレを信じてない。私は一緒に戦ってきた仲間を信じている。
のろし上がっている。ピークとガリアードが奴の位置を暴いた。始祖の巨人だ。レベリオの雪辱を果たせ。ここで奴を終わりにしてやる。来いよ。ないな。
Well, I left it on that, but I still like how they did a lot of it. Again, as a manga reader, you read this stuff and then you proceed, oh, it's never gonna make it. Considering how long season 2, I was like, oh, we got season 3. They might have ended there. If they can't really do it or whatever, but it's fine. But why is the on my anime list it's put as a part 2 for this as January 2022, as that'll be that's a pretty long wait. Did we even wait that long between part 1 and part 2 for season 3? Let's see, season 3 came out that summer of 2018. Part 2 was about did it start around the winter time? Well, I don't remember, but it just wasn't as long as what I saw in my anime. They probably meant like June or something, because it's a few months or so. But hey, at least we got some other anime. I haven't kept that much up to it right now, but again, you read this stuff and the fact that there was no music at all, and then you got the peaks, and I was really excited because that part was one of the probably most favorite parts when you read the manga. That chapter. This chapter was like this one was like more or less the turning point. Where things started to, stuff's gonna go down and so, or again, I thought maybe since I thought or Aaron was talking down with Mika's and them, I thought that scene was going to be pretty intense, about as intense as I thought that this scene was going to be as intense as that scene. But again, it really didn't. It maybe hit the mark a little bit. It seemed to go back a little quick, considering that other scene was a lot more. It was much better paced than this one, but again, I still can't believe they finally got this animated. I know that I've been seeing a lot of motion mangas and done by fans, from the full colored mangas that were floating around. But again, you saw that, and they even showed that slight bit, the fact that he's thinking about it, because that's a part that was maybe in the manga, but in the manga it seems a lot more subtle. And here, you had Peak sort of break maybe some of the tension a little bit. And again, some parts, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but maybe it didn't sound like Aaron was didn't have the same intensity as he did when he did that scene with that scene when he sat down with Mikasa, Armin, and Gabby. It just seemed like maybe that part had a bit more effort, but maybe effort's the wrong word, but maybe there wasn't, it seemed like it lacked a bit of conviction on his side. In the manga, he fought again, when you saw that part like 2 episodes back in 14 where he had that sit down with them, it was like, that's exactly how I pictured the manga, subtlety, it took his time, but then when he did the gun, it's like, no, the way, it's even illustrated in the manga, you have Aaron's eyes really, it's sort of like the Shine. I have to make it so it says you're wrong, or that Ikaji Yusuke Shine, as in DMI, or that's how I pictured it as when he was looking down at Pika holding the gun. But again, maybe they probably didn't have time, but that's a small part that maybe picked up in the performance, because the performance was just set, like the bar for Kaji Yuki's performance was just so high in episode 14, saying during that sit down that it's just when it's not like that, or maybe tell them, well, we want to deliver it at this pace, that will be kind of, you can't really convey the same thing when it's at a much faster pace. But I think I really would have liked if maybe they, like the way the first episode of season 3 ended, where they have the credits, or they even did that with this season 4, right, where when the Warriors line up, after they had their little festival, and everything, saw the titles, you see the credits on there. As I really thought that really would have fit on here, especially if we didn't have time just to not cut the corners in the performances, maybe. But the animation was pretty solid, though. I mean, good solid animation. But again, I thought they were gonna show more, maybe around the forces showing, but they try to end it as epically as they could, trying to pan or zoom out from that. It looked pretty epic, but part of it it's just part you can see it was a bit rushy. Come at me, essentially. So again, maybe that part wasn't. Again, I would much rather prefer, as he's saying, to end it more on lines of, it just, part of it did feel sped up. But again, it's still really good. But comparing their own performance to each other wasn't that bad. Because obviously surprised, at the whole, the wine part, but I don't think they conveyed just how maybe disappointed, or maybe that I'd look, that when Aaron said that, yo, stay chained up to Gabby, it's a precautionary, maybe that just stuck out more when I read the manga because of its importance, but maybe the anime just didn't highlight that much, now maybe they wanted to keep, oh, well, she actually betraying them, because the manga, what I took from it, that Kyojin Peak is planning something because she's disappointed that she still has to be cuffed to Gabby, and Aaron had a good point on, you'll stay cuffed to her until this, you can't transform it, because you transform, so essentially kill Gabby. So again, but I guess maybe they had peak break detention, but the way it's conveyed, maybe that's just, but the animation is solid. Like, you look at the credits now, it looks really, really good. But it does make Aaron sound a bit more arrogant, maybe, with the way that pan. Maybe I'll compare to the manga, but the way it's going, I don't think I'll be able to, because I still have to do 15, edit that and get that out. And this one we'll see, but it was really good though. I really enjoyed it. So we had Aaron, of course, there. Commander Pix, of course, breaking that down. Yelena, and always calling everything as divine. Armin's sort of laugh, or he's not trying to say laugh, but again, you knew that part was coming, but well, it was good though. But then I don't give scores, just because it's all pretty good. But if I were to compare it itself, I still think that I'd rate episode 14 still as my still favorite one, even though I think maybe this one might be a second. I just didn't like that. Maybe it was a little bit rushed. I would much rather prefer have the credits, but maybe they just wanted it. But I get there was a few ways, but we don't know. It was so good. Not complaining or anything, but just sort of, you could still see how maybe they could have easily drawn from themselves. But anyway, very good. I should probably get started on editing this maybe a little bit. I should start at 15. So, alright. Well, as far as that goes, that's our view. I think it's the 28th today. Right, Sunday. So again, I'm pretty nervous about Sayama's final chapter of the manga, and I guess we'll see how other people lose their minds for this reaction. You know, of course, it does, you know, bring a smile just because they actually did it. Actually happened. They finally got animated. So if you get this chance, but pretty satisfied. Pretty satisfied, but maybe not completely. Just the pacing, probably. That's the only thing. Other than that, it was probably about as good as could be. Alright, well, I think I've rambled on for long enough, and I should probably get started on these episodes. I don't know what I'll do next with this. Maybe just work out through some of the older stuff, which might be a little bit harder, more to get through and stuff. Alright, so, until next time.